Hello everyone, welcome to a new tutorial. I am going to be doing a little bit of robotic sketch work today. The whole point for this tutorial is we're just going to deal with a lot of detail. So all the messy stuff that you see, it's because I drew it on two different layers. But let me go ahead and bring the hidden layer out. Okay, so there you go. So as you can see, there's a lot going on here. So, for instance, we have this robot thingy with a, well, I don't know how much you can tell if it's a helmet right now, but anyway, that's what it is. It's a helmet, and then we have kind of the upper chest area and blah blah blah, and then we have like some cords and wires and crap going all down there. And over here we have his arm, which is completely unfinished, and we have the other side of his arm, which is a little more developed. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to connect this arm onto the rest of his body, and same with the other arm, and we're just going to add some more details in on his helmet. So these are really important things to do for, especially to get your drawing just to look really, really nice. It's just to focus on as many little details as you can. So we're going to start off right now with this side of the arm. So first thing I want to do, well, at least the first thing I always tell you guys to do is make sure if you're not drawing, hold on, I'm going to go ahead and merge these two. If you're not trying to draw on, if you don't want your drawing that you're about to start doing, if you don't want it to affect the current drawing you have right now, always make sure that you have a new layer. And that's what we're going to do just in case we don't like it. So make sure you have a new layer, and let's start. Okay, so I'm going to put over here. By the way, I'm just using the regular pencil tool, which is this one. So I'm just going to start adding in just a little nub, little spot for the arm to connect onto. So we're going to put another little piece right here, and then we'll go ahead and put some wires, just like they're connecting. All this little stuff, this is all what adds to the crazy amounts of detail. Okay, so there we go. So now we have little wires that are connecting, and let's go ahead and maybe add, let's see, maybe add a little one more right here. Yeah, that looks good. Put some little connecting pieces here. And let's do something with this piece. Just so it doesn't look so random setting there on its own. Okay, so now we have that arm connected. But I'm still not satisfied with the way it looks. So I'm going to add even more detail. Okay, that's the right size. So now I'm going to add in some like kind of hydraulic looking pieces over here. So we'll just add that in. Oops. It's such a weird angle that I'm drawing at, but oh well, whatever. Oh gosh. Okay. You know what? I just cannot hit it from this angle that I'm standing at, unfortunately. Let me see. Okay, that's a little bit better. There you go. I seriously need to get a better setup because this just isn't working. Okay, so we can come back later and finish that up. I just want to go ahead and put it there just so we don't forget that there's supposed to be a hydraulic type of little springy shock thing there. Okay, so now let's go ahead and put that on the reverse side up here. And when you're using Sketchbook Pro too, don't be afraid to, even though some things kind of look like they pixelate a little bit when you zoom in, don't be afraid, just go ahead and zoom in all the way just so you can have better control over your, gosh. don't worry, we can always come back and straighten these lines out. But we just want them to be there for when we're... I already said that, so whatever. Okay. So as you can see, that makes it look a little more robotic. Here's a couple of more things you can do. For instance, like this little piece right in here, you can add something like some little circles here, and then we'll actually make them look like, oops, sorry, we'll make them look like they're like screws and nuts and bolts and stuff. So, yay, notifications. Okay, so as you can see, just that tiny, what did that take, what, like 2 seconds to do that? But as you can see, it makes a big difference, you know, just by adding these little things in too. And you can even put in, well, it depends on what side we're going to have our shadowing coming from, but I would say more than likely it's going to come from over here. So that's the other thing I talked about before. You can always just draw a little arrow or something and just put like a little note. Just right here, just so you don't forget, and this is where your light's going to be going, just so when you're working you can always remember to cast your shadows in the opposite direction. So the reason why I was doing that when I mentioned the screw is to make it look a little more realistic. We can put just a slight bump of shadow underneath the screw, and the same one, or the same with this one down here. That way it just gives them a little bit of lift, so it actually looks like they're setting on the metal. There you go. Okay, so now, before I end this video, we're going to do a little bit of touch-up work over here on these cords that are actually going down from his head to his stomach area. So I'll just put, oh, it doesn't matter. I'll just put a couple here. By the way, I always encourage, if you have a hard time drawing stuff out of your head, robots are actually a really good thing to practice with, just because there's pretty much no rules for how you can make a robot look, so you don't really have to explain it. So if it comes out looking funky, no one can really complain about it because it's a robot. So there's just random parts all over the place and stuff, so that's always a good thing to practice with. Okay, so we just finished touching that up a little bit, and we can put, let's put a few strokes going all the way down. This adds more detail on as well. So we'll just do this going all the way down. Okay, and do it on this one. By the way, I know some people have been asking me about the S Pen. You cannot use the S Pen on any other tablet unless it's a Samsung tablet. And if it's I think it has to be a Note also. So yeah, because I've actually got quite a few questions over this weekend, over the weekend as well. People asking what kind of pen was I using, but sorry that it won't work with your tablet. I'd say the best thing you can do is just try to invest in getting a Samsung tablet, because they literally are they're the best as far as when it comes to trying to do art on your tablet. So I'm waiting for someone else to kind of step up. It seems like Samsung's dominating the market when it comes to the drawing and stuff on tablets. So we'll see. We'll see if anyone else steps up. By the way, let me know in the comment sections below what kind of tablets you guys are using. I'm always curious to know. Alright guys, so what I'm going to do to keep this video from being long, because we're almost at 10 minutes already, I'm going to break this into 2 videos. So I won't spam you though, so the other one you'll probably get it a little bit later on this week. But yeah, this one I'm going to go ahead and upload it for you guys. Well, obviously by the time you guys are watching this it will be uploaded. Duh. But anyway, yeah, let me know what you think of this, and we're going to try to cram as much detail into this drawing as possible. So yeah, be looking forward to finish it up with you guys. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.